Ric and Sonny unleash hell on Sidwell. Epic takedown ignites in General Hospital. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital reveals Jen's Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, making threats, and he has got evidence that could destroy Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, but I suspect that Ric Lansing, Rick Hurst, and his brother are going to unite to take down Port Charles's worst villain. Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, is blackmailing Laura Spencer, Jeannie Francis. He's got pics of her with dead Dalton, and now he's making insane demands. Clearly, Sidwell has the upper hand, but that might not last for too long. Sidwell makes his demands in General Hospital. So, ever since we saw Professor Hank Dalton's, Daniel Goddard, corpse in Laura's trunk, we knew trouble was coming, and it showed up at her door while Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom, was busy doing something else. Jen Sidwell marched into Laura's apartment with a photo of her staring at dead Dalton in her trunk. So Laura tried to say she can claim it's photoshopped, but her protest died when Sidwell showed Laura the second photo, the one of her, Sonny, and dead Dalton, like a terrible selfie. Then Sidwell taunted Laura, saying that her calling Sonny into the scene was a real gift to him. So then Sidwell demanded that Laura do whatever he says that she has to. And if Laura complies and does what Sidwell wants, then the PCPD won't see the photos, and Laura can stay alive and out of prison, and so can Sonny. And then sleazy Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, showed up, and Sidwell said Ezra is going to be their liaison. So Laura offered to just step down as mayor and let Ezra take over. But Sidwell said the voters want her, not Ezra. So this is how it's going to go. Sidwell gains more leverage on Laura on General Hospital. And at that point, as if things were not bad enough, little Ace Cassadine, Karis and Kieran Barry, started crying, and Sidwell realized, oh, that's one more thing he can hold over Laura's head. Because Sidwell said, everybody has their price and now he knows hers. So, of course, Laura was distraught and she was sobbing when the villains left. She knows she's got no choice but to do Sidwell's bidding, especially because her adopted kid/grandkid, Ace, is on Sidwell's radar. Plus, Laura of course doesn't want to implicate Sonny. And that's what she tells Kevin once she updates him on Sidwell's demands. But before Laura can warn Sonny, it looks like Sidwell may actually beat Laura to the punch, because by the end of this week, Sidwell is over at Sonny's house telling him that he has got more than enough ammo to put him and Laura both away. So, we've seen Sonny trying to take a more diplomatic approach to Sidwell so that the streets of Port Charles don't run with the blood of a mob war, but that option may be off the table. And I still maintain that Sidwell is the one who blew up the penthouse, and this has been a long time coming. Sonny is a pretty benevolent mob boss, but Sidwell, he's downright dangerous. So, I think Sonny is going to have to destroy Sidwell. A brotherly alliance. Can Sonny and Ric Lansing unite against a common foe? And I suspect Sonny may bring his brother Ric Lansing, Rick Hurst, on board to help him. Or Sonny may confide in Ric just to discuss legal options for him and Laura, and then Ric may volunteer to help his brother take on Sidwell. So, right now we've got Sonny and Ric in a good place. They've made peace. They're getting along. And we know this is huge because while Sonny and Ric are biological half-brothers, they have been enemies for decades. So, it's pretty cool to see them on the same team and playing nice. And actor Rick Hurst said he's super excited that Sonny and Ric are finally getting along and have buried the hatchet. He said he loved the dialogue where Ric was telling Sonny that them being close is what their mother, Adela, would have wanted. And I just love that. So, I can see Sonny deciding that he can trust Ric to team up with him so they can finally get rid of Sidwell as a threat. And I do think Ric will be down for it. Now, he's not the bravest guy if it comes down to a street fight, but if it's in the courtroom, Sonny knows Ric is a beast. Jason Morgan's role and the Britt Westbourne connection on General Hospital. Obviously, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, will be helping as well. But we've also got him somewhat distracted by his Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault, issues right now, especially because her health appears to be getting worse. Jason is alarmed when Britt collapses this week. Plus, even though Ric and Sonny are getting along, we all know Jason and Ric have never liked each other. Now, if you're a longtime General Hospital watcher, you may remember back in the day what a big sore spot Jason is for Ric. He was always so jealous of how close Jason and Sonny were, more like brothers than he and Sonny ever were. But I'm guessing Ric and Jason can put their issues in the past and take the approach of the enemy of my enemy is my friend so that they can work together to get rid of Sidwell one way or another. Plus, once Jason digs deeper into what's going on with Britt and why she's so stressed, Jason's going to see that putting an end to Sidwell is the one thing that can save Britt. So Jason will have the vested interest of getting Britt away from Psycho Sidwell. And I think Britt may soon crack and tell Jason exactly what's going on with Sidwell. Unveiling Sidwell's crimes on General Hospital. A dream team forms in Port Charles. Britt may tell Jason how Sidwell controls the doses of the medication that's keeping her Huntington's under control and that Sidwell threatened her, and then he killed Dalton right in front of her as a lesson. And then when Sonny updates Jason on what Sidwell is doing to Laura and the photos that he has, Jason may share what he found out from Britt. And then Jason, Rick, and Sonny can work together to take down Sidwell. It's kind of a dream team if you think about it. Rick can handle legal matters, filing injunctions, and taking on Sidwell's businesses in the courts, and Jason can be the muscle and work with Britt on the lab angle, and Sonny can be in charge of protecting Laura and himself and using the peers and his mob influence to take on Sidwell's dirty business interests. Obviously, this has to be a sneak attack because Sidwell has outright told Sonny and Laura that he will turn them into the cops if they don't do what he says. Will Sonny and his team take down Sidwell for good on General Hospital? Plus, Laura really needs Sonny to handle this with her because Kevin can't stick around too long. Actor John Lindstrom had to return to Atlanta to resume taping Beyond the Gates. So, unless Sidwell is just going to kill Kevin, we're going to see him have to leave town again soon. And then Laura is going to have to deal with this Sidwell/Dalton mess without her husband's help. And there is no way Sonny is going to live under Sidwell's thumb or let that be Laura's fate either. So, I think he and Rick, possibly with an assist from Jason, are going to cook up a plan to shut Sidwell down permanently. And of course, I'm sure Rick would rather go the legal route and put Sidwell behind bars. But we know Rick is no stranger to coloring outside the line. So, if Sonny decides the only way to get rid of Sidwell is to take him out, I think Rick will be on board with Jason taking a shot. So, I do think Sidwell overstepped this time. He feels like he is smarter than everybody. He thinks he's playing chess when they're playing checkers, but Rick and Sonny might decide to play Battleship and just blow Sidwell completely out of the water. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update News channel and stay with us.